Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Papercut Assassin, and I'm going to be commentating on the finals match for the BadEgoGM number 10 tournament that I hosted last Sunday. And our two finalists today are going to be Sprint of the Agony Clan and Point Man. And I chose the map Numazawa for the finals match, and it's going to have three dojos on it: the farmhouse to the left, the archery dojo in the middle, and the workshop on the right. And Sprint, as you can see, is going to go cav capture those. For his army, he's going to have, well, for his cav, he's going to have 3 Yariki, 2 Shogunate Guard. For his melee, he's going to have 2 Shogatai and 1 Yarikachi. And his gun lines are going to consist of 3 Black Tortoise Force and 1 Azor Dragon Force. And we'll go over and take a look at Point Man's army. Point Man, as you can see, has no cav whatsoever. He's pretty much got melee and guns, and that's it. And for his melee, he's going to have 3 Yarikachi, 3 Spear Levy, and 3 Shogatai. And for his lines, he's going to have 1 Imperial Infantry, 2 White Bears, and 1 Vermilion Bird Force. And his White Bears both have 150 range. And I kind of like the idea of Point Man just going for here. I've seen like a different version that like Agony Duck did. Well, Agony Duck, like he, I think in some of the commentaries that Zarip did, where he showed one of the armies where I think it was all Imperial Guard infantry and nothing but like Yarikachi and Spear Levy behind. It looked like a pretty tough build to use. This looks like a variation. I mean, I'm not saying Point Man really copied that build, but this sort of like looks like a variation of that. And really with this army, all Point Man really has to do is just use his ranged advantage. He's got the Shogatai in the middle to block any melee charge that comes in from sprints, and he basically just take out the guns. And I mean, he doesn't have to worry about cav. He's got 6 spear units right behind his lines, you know, to take care of all that. And even if like his 150s fail, he's still got enough gun units to outflank, you know, Sprint's guns. So be interesting to see how he uses it. And Point Man's just going to keep pushing up. I believe he's going to try and take this archery dojo. He actually could send a spear units to take the farmhouse. But it looks like he's just going to keep pushing forward. I mean, that's all he needs to do. He really just needs to keep pushing at his lines. And use his range advantage, like I said. And he can take out, I mean, Black Tortoise. And then there's 1 Azor. I mean, they're not particularly strong units. Sprint's going to keep backing up. And actually, if he has to, he can back right up over the hill. I mean, he can keep pushing back. But sooner or later, I think Point Man will get in a range, you know, unless they're just going to keep, like, running away from each other. But sooner or later, Point Man will end up getting in a range. And he'll be able to take really good shots. So, what would work really well against this build, if Sprint actually had one, would be like either 1 or 2 gun cav, you know. I mean, just 1 Imperial Guard cav. And even his general can actually pick up, you know, just take some shots, pick apart the flanks. As you can see, Point Man dropped off a Spear Levy over here to take this farmhouse, since his army was going to be, you know, having to chase him down. He's going to have to run his troops a lot, so it's probably a good idea to take that dojo. And I'm pretty sure when Sprint saw this build, he probably didn't know what to do. As you can see, I mean, he's maneuvering his cav into certain positions, like, you know, around the behind a Point Man's army. And he's bringing his gun get some flanking shots, like I said, which would be a pretty good idea. And Point Man's going to have this one little hill that he's going to have to get over to even get in the line of sight. And I don't even think, yeah, both his 150s are blocked right there, which kind of sucks for him. So he's going to push his gun lines up over the hill. And ooh. Actually, that was a pretty good cav charge by Sprint. He's going to end up losing this cav, but actually maybe not. Yeah, he didn't tear into that black bear too much. He might have routed it, but it just wasn't enough. But here, Point Man did something I didn't really agree with. He sent all his protection. Well, now he's sending him back, but like temporarily he sent like his spear levies and Yarikanchis that were protecting the back line. He sent them into combat, and as you can see, as a result, like his general got hit, down over half now. Ended up catching this cav, but that gun unit's gone. The melee's going in. One of these gun units probably should come up over this hill and try and get some shots in, but his melee's actually doing okay, as you can see. They're going to overwhelm this one Shogatai. And this other Shogatai is already, yeah, it's I don't think there's no way to win that fight.
Damn lily-livered cowards! Your men are running, sir.
And even though Point Man, his general's probably going to rout here in a second, even though Point Man he took a general loss, and his backline got hit, it looks like he's still doing okay at this point. I mean, he probably shouldn't send the Shogatai by itself over here. He probably should have sent everything to this unit and then go all melee to that unit and force this gun, you know, to try and catch up with all them.
Damned lily-livered
but when you're
cowards,
in battle and you're trying to micro, sometimes you don't think about stuff like that. Yeah, he's still got this one Shogatai chasing that gun unit. Instead, he should have it going over there. But now, as you can see, the tide's kind of turning against him since the general's gone. Once these gun units get hit, their morale turns really poor.
Sir, your general is under attack.
And it looks like he'll manage to take out these two gun units, but he's Sprint's gonna have one more gun unit. He's still gonna have all this cav, and Point Man's guys are already in. Only the Shogatai are really in decent morale. But if he loses his gun units, the match is pretty much over. Because even he talks about it, like in the late game scenario, even if he didn't have this gun unit, Sprint still got that, his gun general, and he could just run his troops around. You know, plus he's got cav. But yeah, and there goes the last three. But it was a really good match between the two. I feel bad Point Man had to sit around for a little bit. It took a second for Sprint to get all his matches done. There was a controversy with one of them. Or not really controversy, there was kind of a hiccup. But Point Man had to sit around for a little bit longer than he probably would have wanted to, and I feel bad for that. But thanks everybody for playing. Maybe I'll get to do one this Sunday. Like I said, I believe in the Total War Clan Center. I like sitting around drinking beer and making you guys play matches. But anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.